Years ago, when I was a small kid, I often used to get taken over by kids of my age. You see, I'd always been very sensitive, तो मेरे मन में जो भी आता था वो मैं बोल देता था. I remember there was this one time in our locality, a kid bought a new cycle. He was a friend of mine, and I suggested him that he buys a new one because I didn't like the color of his cycle in front of all of our friends. Being a little older than me, he broke my cycle. And I think I went home and I parked my broken cycle in the front yard and I stood at the door of my house and I started crying. Now, don't feel bad for me because I was faking it. My mother got to the door and she did what all mothers do. She took me in, she hugged me, she put me to bed and fed me, which is really why I started faking my tears in the first place. I needed that love. The kind of love that I used to get whenever I got into a fight or whenever my teacher at school scolded me and I came home, all the way crying. So my point is, even as a kid, I felt pain. Even as a kid, I complained about it. Even as a kid, I was able to solve it. A third sentence में से अगर even हटा दें, as a kid, I was able to solve my problems. Now I've grown up. आज भी I know how to feel pain. I definitely know how to complain about it all the time. I don't know how to solve them. और वैसे भी साइकिल के बारे में मुझे इतना बुरा नहीं लगा था क्योंकि that kid always used to pick on me anyway. I just didn't tell my mother. I kept that to myself. It's just that which was in fact a solution in itself. Keeping things to myself. It's just that I didn't like that solution. I needed a new one. That would enable me to share my problems with somebody else and so that I can feel good about them. आज भी in the present day, just as I kept things to myself, today I run away from them. And I think it's time that I find a new one again. I think it's time that I start faking my tears again. क्योंकि वैसे भी एक ही प्रॉब्लम को पकड़ के रखना gets boring यार. If you really have to face problems, face new ones every day so that you can keep learning. लाइफ में एडवेंचर चाहिए यार. Just get it over with, खत्म करो. और हम अक्सर पढ़ते हैं कि in order to solve your problems, you have to face them. And I would like to modify this statement a little bit, that in order to solve your problems, you have to realize the pain that comes with those problems. Only then you can save yourself, and only then you can face your problems. Because when you realize the pain, you live through that pain. You live through your problems. And when you live through your problems, that means that it will be your present. And today's present will always turn into yesterday's past. So I need to get past my problems. I need to get across my problems. And I can only do that if I live them today. Abhi, I'm running away from my problems, so I'm pushing my problems in the future. टाल रहा हूँ अपनी problems को, कल करेंगे, कल करेंगे, कल करेंगे. So my problems are ahead of me. I am behind, of my problems. How can I even imagine in such a situation about getting my problems behind me when I myself am behind of my own problems? So the only way to actually get through them is to live them and to face them. And if I can't do that by myself, which I'm definitely sure I won't be able to, I'll find somebody to be with me, just like my mother. And I won't wait for somebody to be with me because it's me that needs someone. And I know that I'll definitely find someone if I really need that. And when I do, I'll hold their hand, pull them closer to me so that they can stand beside me and I can get through those problems not leaving their hand even for 1 second, just like my mother at that day hugged me for around 15 to 20 minutes and she didn't let go of me for even 1 second. And I was faking it, just as I told. So I could have gone as long as I wished. और मैंने सोच रखा था कि मैं पूरी रात रोने वाला हूँ. But वो 15 से 20 मिनट में वो जो बैगेज मैंने सोच रखा था मैं पूरी रात खत्म करूँगा, वो 15-20 मिनट में खत्म हो गया. And it was fake. Imagine if it was real. हो सकता है 5-10 मिनट में खत्म हो जाता. And I've always said, imagine how good would it feel to actually face your problems with your loved ones and getting through with them knowing that it was in fact you that pulled it off and that it was in fact you that got them with you in the first place. It was you who started the whole thing and it was you that's finished them with your loved ones by not leaving them. So you're facing your own problems by getting a hold of your own loved ones all by yourself. The only question that remains though, of course, how in the hell do I get the power to do all this work?